How's it going, you teenage dirtbags? I'm back with a new batch of comic book reviews. And this week I wanted to talk to you about, what did I pick up? I picked up 5 books this week. I'm also going to do a couple of special announcements at the end of this video regarding the next episode of the Manos collection, on which comic I'm going to review. But first, before I really get started, thanks for everyone who continues to watch the channel. I know things have dwindled quite a bit, and it's partly my fault because I don't post as much. And, life gets in the way, and you do your best to kind of do the things you're passionate about. And sometimes it's a bit challenging. So I think Lindsay and I have had some challenges this summer, and I think we've done okay. Not too bad, I think. I wanted to just do a little short announcement because I got some videos coming up. But hey, this video, of course, is brought to you by my comic book, Red Knight. And all the comics are available at manospublishing.com in print and digital, where you can pick up the book. Also, we had a recent successful Kickstarter, and we're very happy about that. I'm right now waiting for the print edition to come in so I can approve it and do approval for the big shipment that comes in, and I will keep everybody on Kickstarter and in here as well updated on all that. So hey, without further ado, let's get going. And this week I picked up She-Hulk number 6. Let's see, Moon Knight number 15. Let's see, X-Men and Moon Girl number 1, which is part of a Moon Girl team-up series that they have constantly called number 1s. I'll get to that. And let's see here, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 132, and a new comic from Image I've been checking out, and I'm currently reading the first arc. This is The Dead Lucky. Now, let's get started with She-Hulk and issue 6. And this is from Rainbow Rowell and Luca Maressa. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. So, it is Wednesday, and it's like Pre-Dresses New Cake Day with her and Patsy Walker. Let's see. Patsy Walker Hellcat kind of tries to implement this as a thing she likes to do with her friends. There's a mention later in the issue where she tried to get the old school Defenders to do this. Like, this is back in like the 70s and 80s when they were together, when it's like her and Beast and Hulk and Silver Surfer, and she was like, Namor never wanted to do it. It's like, yeah, I can see why Namor never wanted to do it. I really love this dress, by the way. The art is so pretty, and God, just such gorgeous lines on this art. So anyway, this is still in the first story arc, where it is kind of taken this romantic comedy angle with a little bit of drama to it. So anyway, the Jack of Hearts is still like hiding in her apartment, and he has lost his powers, and he is alive again, and he doesn't know why, and no one knows why, and She-Hulk is kind of trying to figure this out, while at the same time kind of falling in love with him, and vice versa. It's kind of been very sweetly written thus far, but she's still trying to go to work every day and kind of play it off. In the first scene, actually, she talks to Patsy Walker, where she's convinced her to get some information from Tony Stark and his Avengers files about Jack of Hearts, and she's like, no one really cares. I mean, you could have asked Tony about this. And she's like, just thank you for keeping it on the down low. And she goes to work, and she's greeted by Awesome Andy, the robot, and Mallory Book. And Mallory is irritated because she constantly wanted her to keep superhero stuff out of the law firm, but Nightcrawler is waiting in her office because he wants to give her like a big job, and not just the X-Men, not just him or the X-Men making her their lawyer, all of Krakoa, which that's a country, so that's kind of a big job. Anyway, she comes out and she has this little bit of an argument with Mallory, who's like, she was like, I told you to, keep this out, and she was, how dare you disrespect me? And she's like, I of course respect you. I mean, I wouldn't work with you. And she mentions like, hey, I just got the job to to be the lawyer for all of Krakoa, which kind of changes things because that is a huge deal, and she can kind of build the law firm up from that. Also, we learned that she and Mallory and Awesome Andy are dating. Apparently, Awesome Andy has a penis, or at least they're a couple. At least they cuddle. I don't know how it works between those two, but it's kind of sweet because actually it kind of works. Awesome Andy doesn't talk, and he's very like sweet and caring. So I don't know. It kind of came out of left field for me. I don't remember if they ever had any romantic interest before, but it was kind of amusing. And I don't know, almost a weird parallel between what's going on with her and Jack. And she gets back, and they do another like test, and his powers seem to be gone completely. And like he has no more of the radiation. He just has the discoloring on his skin. And it's this really sweet scene where they're talking about, what's he going to do next? Because, his life is kind of still there if he wants to go back to it. Like, his estate still had the money. He actually has a place he can go to. And it actually turns into, like, this really sweet romantic scene at the end where they make out for, like, a page and go into the next room. So it's, like, officially on between these two. I'm not sure what's going on. We didn't get a visit from anybody who's like following Jackal Hearts in this issue. I'm sure that's going to come up very soon. I don't know how long this arc is supposed to be, but this was very interesting and also very sweet. This is one of those issues where it feels like you're spending some time with a friend, and some of these characters all your life, and it's kind of nice to hang out with them sometimes, like this issue. Really enjoyed it. If you can't already tell, 5 out of 5 Ramjets. So let's go to Moon Knight, number 15, and this is by Jed McKay, excuse me, and let's see, Capaccio, and is doing the art, and God, this is so gorgeous. This issue is called Moonlighting, and has nothing to do with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. This is something McKay does a lot, I've noticed now in the series, is he tends to frame an issue around a therapy session with Dr. Sturman. And it's actually really nicely effective, where they're able to flash back into like the various scenes of whatever story is going on, and kind of push the narrative forward through the conversation while at the same time digging into the character of Moon Knight. And this, essentially, the tutor who runs this like gang of vampires who wants to attack and take out Moon Knight because he is interfering with his various vampire business. And of course he has like 2 vampires under his wing now, Reese and the Soldier, and he wants them, to be a part of this, and of course they don't want to be a part of it. So he essentially, last issue, he sent 2 assassins after them, and he starts using his other aliases, Jake Lockley and Stephen Grant, in their various lives, because Stephen Grant is still rich and has connections, and Jake Lockley is on the streets. So it goes back and forth on how he uses these parts of himself in these very different avenues of investigation until he is able to figure out where things are going. And this issue sums up at the same time with him telling 3 of his peers who he has recently joined up with, Hunter's Moon, the Soldier, and Reese. He hasn't told them about his DID. And it ends with a scene, having a scene with each of them, telling them the truth. And it ends with Reese being very supportive. And this is just excellent stuff. I absolutely love this current run of Moon Knight. It's a beautiful mix of the last couple of really successful runs we've had with this book. And it still keeps a nice fast-paced superhero edge to it. Really, really dig it. And the art is just gorgeous. I'm also going to give this 5 out of 5 gram chips. Highly recommend. So, all right, let's go with Moon Girl and X-Men, or X-Men and Moon Girl. Number 1, totally. It's a one-shot. You can totally just start with this one. Just kidding. It's actually the third part of a 3-part miniseries from Moonhelm Mashiko with David Cutler and, let's see, Marika Cresta as the artist. And this is the third part of her teaming up with the X-Men now to help save Devil Dinosaur, who has been taken hostage by the High Evolutionary, and he is going to build an army of Devil Dinosaurs. He's also using Wolverine's blood. He's building like a clone army on his planet. He has a planet. He has the opposite Earth thing going on, where we can't see this other Earth because it rotates around the sun at the opposite time we do, so we never see it. He's got this thing going on where whole population of the planet is like these animal people, and there's this wonderful kind of like a few pages of let's see, Moon Girl builds these kind of like optical masks for the 3 of them, where they're just like these like masks they pull over, and then they create these holograms that look realistic, like the animal people heads. Like Havoc has a hippo head. She has this like cute like teddy bear, I think, head, and Wolverine has a porcupine head. And it's pretty funny as they go. And we finally, of course, get to the big battle where we're able to save everybody. And let's see, this ends. I'm not going to really, give too much away. She's able to save Devil Dinosaur, of course. But at the end, we are told that she is going to have a new series starting, I think, next month. Very soon, actually. December, excuse me. A new Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur series. I'm hoping for another thing, because right now they're doing this exact same format miniseries with Ms. Marvel. So I'm hoping with the next issue coming out next month, I'm hoping this means we'll get an announcement for that too. Because there's no reason why she shouldn't have a series. I know she has an animated series coming up, so we're going to see more Moon Girl. And this was cute. I don't really understand the method of having each one of these come out like a one-shot. I don't know why they did it that way. I don't particularly care for this format because it's confusing as far as collecting. Like, just call it like Moon Girl team-ups, or something like that. And 1, 2, 3. It's just, I don't know. I don't particularly like the way they did this. But otherwise, this is a pretty cute issue. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 RAM chips. All right. Now, I'm going to do, let's see, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 132, and it is from the usual gang. Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, Sophie Campbell. Who's doing the art on this one? Pablo Tunica. And it's gorgeous art, by the way. I'm going to lead with that. It's absolutely beautiful and nice and moody and effective. The 5 turtles have gone off with none other than, let's see, his real name is Saki. The Shredder. They've gone off with the Shredder, and he is totally he believes he's redeemed himself, and he's been changed from his previous experiences, and he takes them on a vision quest. And it's really interesting. We get to see Leo fight the evil Leo from, the City on Fire storyline. We get to see, each scene of him taking each turtle and kind of putting them through this kind of emotional, physical, and spiritual test. And it ends with them being apparently communicating with the spirit of Splinter in a really, it goes completely serious on how touching that scene is. And then we are going into the big miniseries. This one's Armageddon Game, and we'll see where that's going. Can we still trust Shredder? I don't know. My logic sensors tell me no. But this is from the creators of Turtles. This isn't just, a Marvel or DC book where, of course, the bad guy's going to become the bad guy again. Who knows? I'm very interested to see where this is going. Them teaming up with the Shredder in this way is highly surprising. I did not see this turn of events. Very good. 5 out of 5 Ram chips. This book tends to be awesome every month. And then finally, from Image, The Dead Lucky. And this is a book I picked up last month just based on cover alone. And it is from, let's see, who is Melissa Flores? And let's see, French, Carmel, let's see, I really should practice these names. Carmel Magno, which I'm sure I nailed it. So, hey, this kind of takes place in this kind of like dystopian near future or something like that. San Francisco is being guarded by this kind of authoritarian leadership that is very high on policing, and it looks like these terrorists that keep attacking it's kind of suspicious. And then of course the hero of this book, BB, she gets this super armor that she fights off some bad guys in the last issue, and now this issue tends to kind of deal with the aftermath of that and what's she going to do next, and what's the police going to do next, and she trying to figure out how this new armor of hers works, and the image of her being a hero in this world, and does it does she need to be the hero is what she's wondering, and what's going to happen next. So there's a lot of issue 2s and a lot of books, especially independent superhero books, tend to do this kind of aftermath, what's next? Oh no, this whole thing happened first issue, what are we going to do? And I think this does a nice job of kind of having the characters kind of assess the situation and kind of figure out where they're going next. Pretty much done with this. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Ram chips. Not too bad. So, hey, that's what I thought of this week's comics. Now, I am returning to my series, the Manos Collection, where I talk about a book or an arc or a trade that I feel like I want to discuss. And I put it up to a vote to my viewers on is it going to be League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Search? And it came up to a tie. I put this question on here, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, and I seriously got half and half. So I'm going to do an old vice president trick and just make the deciding vote. And I'm going to go with Last Airbender: The Search. And next episode after that, I will be talking about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So those are the next 2 episodes of the Manos Collection. So hey, those are the comic books I read and reviewed this week. What did you think? Did you read any of these? Are you curious about The Dead Lucky or what's going on in Turtles? And of course, the new She-Hulk book is just absolutely fantastic, as well as Moon Knight. So hey, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for all things Manos. You can find me at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and let's see, I'm also on TikTok, where I occasionally drop videos there too. So you can support me at Patreon for just $1 a month, and not just the channel, but also Manos Publishing. I need to get this hefty empire off the ground somehow. $1 a month. Don't make me sponsor, I don't know, mattresses or cereal. I don't want to do that. No one wants to do that. No one. You can see the look in their eyes of YouTubers that have to talk about fucking mattresses. So hey, I'll talk to you later, and push the button, Lindsay.